It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The Falcons ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
They begin here with a run by Andrews. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
They'll run again here with Andrews. And he powers his way up past the 30.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
'49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for third down. Now back to throw. Looks for White, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them, because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
They will look to throw. Montana. He finds his man. Complete. It's Clark. 7 yards, the pickup there. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
3 yards remain for second down. Play action. It's Montana. He finds his man. Complete. It's Rice. And the 49ers are going to have a first and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a first and goal.
He'll drop to throw. He finds his man. Complete. That's Craig. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Well, speed is definitely a calling card if you play cornerback in this league, and he does a terrific job there of hustling in quickly to make the play.
And I think really good defenders can sniff out those screen passes, just something that they can feel, something that they can sense about how the quarterback drops back or how the linemen are just a little slow to block the oncoming rushers. He read it perfectly, got in there, and made the play.
Second and goal from inside the 5. And he'll give it here to his running back. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on third and goal. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. Mostert. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. He went backwards 5 yards there on third down to bring up fourth.
It's interesting where we are in the game now. The analytics folks, they might tell you to kick the field goal and make it a 2-score game. But you have to wonder if emotionally they're thinking, let's go for the touchdown and try and slam the door.
The 49ers are going to turn over to the special teams crew. The field goal unit is out there now. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Gold is able to put it through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that can all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
Now it's Gold after splitting the uprights to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now Andrews. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this day, has got to be priority 1.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll set up to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They're going to look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Gonzalez. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll set up a throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. And finally out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4. A big play there on the catch and run. And I think that's a pretty good illustration of why they try to get the football into his hands out of the backfield. That was something else.
And we talk so much from a defensive perspective about scheming and finding ways to take away the run. That means the offense has to devise different ways to get the ball in the hands of their guy out of the backfield. Find open space, let him run, and big things can happen, and they did right there.
They'll run. Anderson. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Good job there defensively to push them back on 1st down. I'm not sure if this is 4-down territory or not because they can kick the field goal and get it back within a score. But you know that's not what they're thinking right now. A field goal has to be their last option.
On 2nd down, it's Andrews hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And to the 12, that's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that's scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the third.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in the team.
Yeah, been a good leadership, been a good distributor. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
On 2nd and 9, Montana. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And that one incomplete. They tried to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Niners on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Montana to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Craig. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then they don't come down with the football.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They go play action with Montana. He finds his man, complete. It's Owens. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense, because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
He'll find Clark open right side. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. He had one touchdown earlier, nearly a second one there.
Yeah, it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him out of the end zone after a big play. Perhaps you go right back to him. Don't need the distance, but maybe he can pay things off after a big effort.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. An important score there, CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the math there, and at this point in the fourth quarter, look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them, but we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory.
Now Gold for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Atlanta regains possession of the football. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You'd better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Second and 10.
Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. Hey, defense.
They'll look to throw here. A dump off this time for Andrews. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw here. He completes it to Jones.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Automatic first down.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
4 down, 4 down. Mike 52.
He'll look to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
They'll look to throw again. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, let's get in them holes. 52's the mic right here over there, right? 52's the mic.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
On 3rd down, Andrews. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16.
And yes, everyone, that was the fullback carrying the football. I know it's a dying breed, it's a dying position for a lot of people, but I still think it's valuable and important, especially one who can carry the ball.
And you need short yardage. What makes sense? Go to a big body, let him plow forward just like he did there.
It's still a big man's game.
On the left side, a catch by White. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
They'll try to pound it in with Andrews. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
They'll run for it with Anderson. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got it 3rd and goal now as they try to punch in a late touchdown. Back to throw. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Falcons have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And the Falcons score to cap it off. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the 49er hands team does its job. Past midfield. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And as the numbers show, he really wasn't in the mix at the beginning, but they've got him in rotation now, and it's proved a good move.
And that's what happens when you're a good player. There's a lot more attention drawn to you, and it's obvious that they had him in their game plan on defense, not letting him get off to a good start, but he's found a way so far here in the second half.
They'll run on first down. Craig, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Craig. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He's had quite the turnaround, Charles. At the start of the game, passing game was a little bit of a mess, but he's back on the horse, so to speak.
Love seeing how someone can rebound from a slow start or a tough start. Means that they're strong mentally. They've kind of calmed themselves down. Everyone's rallied around them. Maybe they even change game planning a little bit in order to make things better for him.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jones. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Jones. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Here's a 2nd and 7. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 18. Of course, remember, you need a touchdown here and a field goal.
Doesn't matter the order, but they have to get it done and get it done fast.
First down now, but the clock continues to move. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. seconds now, just under a minute to play, and here we go. And it's the 49ers who recover it, and that ought to just about do it. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though, now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
San Francisco's offense returns to the field. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs. Down to a knee for the 49ers. This one about to be on ice. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. So the victory here for San Francisco, and this not always an easy proposition, Charles. You had a West Coast team that traveled east, but they got the job done.
And there's so much that goes into it because your body time